Hello, my name is BFJ Bam, and I'm the developer behind Janus. Now, you might ask, what is Janus? Janus is actually an institutional grade funding with Arbitrage protocol built natively on the L1 network. Yes, we're submitting Janus for the stablecoin commerce stacked tallying. Now, before I show you around, let's talk about the problem Janus is actually solving. Now, in crypto, perpetual futures use what we call funding rate to anchor the pep price to the spot price, which basically means that when the market is bullish, traders who long pays traders who short, and when the market is bearish, traders who short pay traders who long. And you should know that this payment happens every 8 hours. Right now, institutional hedge funds earn about 20 to 50% APY, and this actually consistent and do this by capturing the spread between different exchanges. Now, let's say if Binance is paying 0.05% and Hyperliquid is paying 0.02%, the opposing position to actually capture that 0.03% difference with strictly zero directional risks. Now, but for a retail user or probably a DAO treasury, executing this strategy is going to be a nightmare because it requires 24/7 API monitoring, complex rebalancing algorithm, and then constant execution. But that is completely auto this. So now that you know a little bit about Janus, let's look at the live application. We built our front end using next.js, also integrated Circle Wallet to actually provide a gas abstracted seamless onboarding experience. Now, to use Janus, all a user has to do is deposit USDC or EURC on Arc testnet. You should know now that Arc is currently on testnet, also on private mainnets, about to go live anytime from now. So with that, you can see that Janus is in the testnet phase, or because Arc is currently in testnet today. So all any user has to do to interact with Janus is deposit USDC or in EURC. Tap on Connect Wallet. That's all the EVM compatible wallets available here. Rabi's MetaMask if I had. OKX. Janus would have to detect that, but I don't have it, so let's use Rabi. It's best for you to use the Bona wallet. Won't interact with Janus because seeing its testnet phase. So now that I've connected my Bona wallet, let's go request for the faucet. Let's copy our address here. Request for USDC and best for you to know that these two stablecoin we're requesting for is an app testnet, and the gas fees that you're going to spend for all the transaction you're going to make is with USDC. So you have to request and let's request for USDC with the for EURC done. So since we're done with that, guys, you close this tab and actually go back to the app. So now let's switch over to the trade section, or you just simply tap on launch apps. It works for you. So you can request it for 20 USDC, 20 EURC. So let's proceed to deposit. So let's deposit 10. You need to approve the transaction that you want to actually deposit 10 USDC. So let's proceed to approve it. Once it's done processing on the blockchain, to proceed to the next step, which is to deposit. Check it here. Our success step is to deposit. You can see our 20 has reduced a little bit because paid from that fee at USDC. So approved, deposit success. So next month I will actually deposit EURC. That's good. Then I have to approve again. Next stop should be the deposit. Prove our success. Now deposits approved. Okay, so since that's successfully deposited, you should know that once you've confirmed your deposits, be it USDC or EURC, it goes straight into our Janus vault, which is our smart contract on the ARC testnet. And yes, we deliberately chose Circle stablecoin, that is put USDC and EURC on ARC. It's our exclusive settlement and vault asset, because executing markets neutral arbitrage actually requires a strictly shared denominator foundation. Otherwise, currency fluctuation will wipe out the margin. Since our transactions are confirmed, the smart contract automatically mints JUSDC or JURC receipt tokens straight to your wallet. And it's best for you to know that these receipt tokens are yield bearing, as Janus actually captures funding rate spreads. The value of the receipt token that's sent to you continuously increase. So now let's go to the portfolio, which is going to show us deposits. Stand we at the portfolio section, shows us our portfolio, recent activity, your deposit. We deposited 10 USDC, we deposited 10 USC, shows you the time and shows you the shares if gotten. Like I said, the receipt tokens, which is 10 USDC is about 0.23 JUSDC, and they should be at, let's say, 0.000 something worth of JURC. That $10, 10 euros gives you. So once Janus actually gets funding rate spreads and actually does a good execution, your deposit actually increases. Okay, so I'm pretty sure now you'll be asking how that yield actually generated. Now the secret is that off-chain so let me make use of second gateway for efficient treasury routing. Right here in my terminal, you're able to see what our node.js clipper button read time. Every 30 seconds, it pulls live JSON data from the APIs of Hyperliquid, Binance, Bybit, KuCoin, and MEXC. You can see what's happening here. Sound then arbitrage opportunities and trying to execute the best opportunity for USDC. And he just approved, and yeah, actually harvested. You can see all this. It did this for the USDC vault, and then it also did this for the EURC vault. So yeah, can actually see what's required and all that. So just know that basically the delta between all these exchanges is actually calculated. So whenever Janus actually detects a profitable spread that exceeds our gas threshold, for example, it finds like, oh, it's profitable to short on Binance and long the Hyperliquid. The bot actually calculates for the optimal route. They'll actually simulate the transaction, and if it passes, it triggers the execution on our ARC testnet smart contract to open these positions. So yeah, you can actually see it here. Change Janus is targeting institutional capital. We couldn't just build a black box. If you go to some GitHub repository and now we find yourself by Janus vault, let's go to line 21. Actually see that Janus vault is a fully compared TCR 46 volts retaining solidity. And also to protect against all the protocol upgrade, the vault is secured by 5 of 9, multi-sig and governed by a strict 2-day time lock. That's to get to the see that. You can see that in line 36 and also line 79. And if you now come here to line 61, you can actually see that we coded in an insurance fund that automatically takes a 5% performance fee from profitable trades to protect against black swan liquidation. So basically, that transparency is key. So let's now navigate ourselves down to the analytics. So actually see things live. It's to the live market monitor. Shows you different assets, there are different rates on different platforms. This is KuCoin, this is Maxi, this is the spread, this is the projected APY. And also, using our custom subgraph, we actually index every single historical execution of the app blockchain directly into our front end. Users can get to see the exact times the exchanges traded, the spread captured, and precise USDC or EURC yield compounded back into the vault. It's really verifiable. Actually, let's go to the ledger. You get to see the execution that has been done on Janus that have passed. You can see hyper all this on ERC beyond USDC throughout the level. That should just say that these are USDCs. If you tap on the transaction hash, you guys should get to see the transaction details. We'll read that. To wrap it up, let's talk about liquidity. Traditional hedge funds actually lock capitals for a month or even years. But Janus solved this with a cryptographically enforced 48-hour withdrawal queue, which is 2 days. Now, let's withdraw our USDC. Wallet, confirm, withdrawal requested. Now, when I request the withdrawal here, the smart contract instantly secures my share and begins a 2-day cooldown. This mechanism is critical because it entirely prevents flash loan attacks and sandwich manipulation of our compounding yield, at the same time giving users a predictable guaranteed exit window. Our business model is equally straightforward. Janus charges 0 management fees. We only take a 5% performance fee on the actual arbitrage yield we generate, which goes entirely into our insurance fund to protect users against black swan events. What we've built here with Janus is a fully autonomous financial engine. App gives us the low latency speed, gives us the global stability, and Janus does the rest. Normally, this kind of market neutral arbitrage is locked behind institutional trading desks because it requires serious capital and complex infrastructure. But by automating this into a smart contract and removing those gatekeepers, we're bringing that same strategy to everyday users. We've built with Janus a decentralized system for market neutral arbitrage, and it's neither testnet right now. Thank you to the judges, Circle, and ARC for this incredible opportunity.